What's up, family? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? This your boy, Dr. E. Harlan Scott. I wanted to do this quick vid. But first, quick update. Those who purchase building your business brand from a black male's perspective, focusing on building your personal self as a brand and understanding that. Those who purchase the book, I'm sending actually a special bonus from me to you guys. So I'm going to send that to your email. So be looking out for that. But I just wanted to update you guys on that. But yeah, I wanted to drop this video real quick because I was having dinner the other night and I was sitting there, and one thing I learned from Dr. Neely Fuller Jr. is I've always learned to just listen to what a lot of white folks are saying discreetly. I have a little method that I do. I kind of put my my headphones on, and as I sit here, I'm sitting up high. I'm looking at all these people in these COVID machines, just looking at the machines. People, I think, even getting COVID shots and tests. It's crazy. Anyway, it's kind of diverted. But anyway, I was having dinner the other night, and it was a white guy, his son, I believe, it sounded like it was his son, and the mother. But I normally have my headphones on as I'm eating. I'm in the diner, breakfast diner, and I normally don't go too much at night, but I went this particular night. And I'm sitting down with my headphones on, but I didn't even feel like listening to no music, I didn't feel like listening to no YouTube, to be honest with you. I get like that. I don't feel like listening to nothing. I had to shut it all off. And that's something you guys need to practice too. Shutting all of this information down. Because sometimes y'all can be overloaded with so much information, and all you're looking for is information. You're going to have to learn how to shut some of this shit down for at least a week. Start with a couple of days. Okay, I give you 2, 3, 48 hours, 72 hours. Start trying to detox yourself a little bit. Start finding a sense of self. And, before you know it, you can do it for about a week or so. But, trying to, just tell you that what works. But I think it's important that you kind of detox sometime, because you can get an overload of just too much information. But it was this family that was sitting across from me, and I didn't have my headphones on, nothing, the headphones over my ears, but I was just kind of listening in, ear hustling, they call it. But the white father was telling his son, and I knew whom he was talking about. He was trying to talk low enough, because I guess he assumed that I had music on, because I was kind of bobbing my head. So I do that too, to kind of get them to talk like I'm listening to music, because they automatically assume Negroes are always listening to some music, always being entertained. So I disarmed him so I can listen to what he was saying. So he proceeds to talk. And he was saying how, telling his son, and the son looks to be about 18 or 19, or could have been a little younger than that, maybe between the 16 and 20 range, his son. But he was telling his son, as they're waiting for their dinner, you need to stay away from, those people. They tend, the women are whores. They run the street, and you don't want that. And a lot of men and pimps, and they tend to use drugs. They're reckless, just have children. They sleep with anybody. And the young males tend to be real trigger happy. He said, you don't want that in your life. You don't want to be a part of those things. And I'm sitting there thinking like, damn, I knew who he was talking about. He didn't say black, but you put two and two together. And he was saying you don't want to be a part of that class of people. They are, but he really said the women were whores. I want to say he even said harlots. He went old school, the biblical term. He went harlots. But I think that's what he said. But I know for a fact he said whores, and they had pimps, and they just the women are all in the streets. You don't want any parts of that. And I think he said it very aggressive. I mean, he was just going in, man. And I'm sitting there saying, this is a father who's talking to his son, educating him on life, about the people to be around, what not to do. Now, we all know white men will still tend to go dirty, like the pimp say, go dirty themselves up with a bed wench here and there. We do understand that, but I'm just saying, this is how they really look at you. And I just had a client the other night told me the same thing about they had some type of racial bias training, and they have to, everybody that works, they have to lay out how they see black people. And she said the shit was crazy. Poor, aggressive, dirty. I mean, all kinds of shit. I said, this is what the society sees you and shapes you as. Now, we know a lot of this shit is projection. We do know that. On the esoteric level, these people are projecting. But I'm going to tell you, man, this is what the picture they're painting to their children. This is the stuff they're teaching them in their homes. And it just kind of, and I knew that, but just to really sit and hear, because I'm not in their homes privately. He let the cat out the bag. And I'm like, I wish some sisters were sitting here to hear this shit. It just really blew my mind, man, that you have all these sisters, the BWs, talking about how black men ain't shit, and but this is what a father is telling his son about you, the BWs. And this is going across the board. This is nationwide, probably worldwide to a degree, but I do know nationwide. That's why when BWs deal with white males, that racial shit comes out, either in sex or some part of their relationship, abuse. So this shit is true. This backs up all the quote unquote theories. I sat and I witnessed it and heard it. So when I hear sisters tell me, BWs tell me that they'd rather be like my ex-girlfriend told me. I did a video, go check it out about it. How she was with this white male for all these years, 3 years, and he was a fucking atheist. And she's a preacher's daughter. Chocolate sister too, beautiful girl, one of my exes. But she couldn't tolerate me because I was just not focused really on her and this and that. And she's with an atheist. For 3 years, she tolerated him, white male. But she couldn't tolerate me, a builder that had order. She couldn't tolerate me. This is what I'm saying, man. Just check out, leave it alone. Really, our next videos and other videos should be about what our black men are doing now. We need to just be focused completely on us, man. So, if y'all love the content, support the channel. Cash App Gloves Off Show. I appreciate all the support, and I'm signing out.